So we are going to be doing about the chakras today. So the chakras, as Lisa just explained. Now first, before we start with the chakras, I want to explain a little bit of the introduction about who we are. A little bit of a spirituality. So spirituality, as you all know, is two words made of spirit, personality. That means the knowledge about us as a spirit. And we also, as a spirit, as a atma, as a consciousness, as an energy, whatever you may put the name to, doesn't matter. But the idea is to understand the concept, and the concept is that we are not the body and the mind, we are the energy. Energy that is prevalent in the entire universe. I'm going to just mute everybody, and if you guys want to ask me anything, you please unmute yourself, okay? So as I was saying, the whole universe is made of one energy, and that energy is prevalent in everything, whether it's rocks, plants, animals, soil, water, all the 5 elements. Everything is made of that energy, and so is that energy we are also made of that energy, and so is the God. That's God's energy also. So basically, if you see everything is made of one energy, then everything is vibrating at a energy means vibrations. Energy is created by vibrations. If you have noticed, you have a energy. If you have you seen windmills or water mills also, where they churn the water, or the wind is turning and it's creating electricity. So that is creating the energy. It is tapping the energy in the universe. So, but the whole universe is full of energy. So energy means vibrations, and all the vibrations means different frequencies. So everything is vibrating at a different frequency. As a result, the energy creates the vibrations create the energy, and energy creates the vibrations create the energy, and energy creates the matter. It manifests into a physical form in the form of matter. So that's how everything is different from each other, yet everything is same at the base level, because everything is made of that one energy. That is the basic concept of this. That's how we say God is everywhere. So God is everywhere, meaning that energy is everything, everywhere, and nothing is created without that energy. So everything, the God is in everything, and everything is in God. So basically everything is just one energy. If you unmanifest everything, then only the energy will be left, and energy cannot be destroyed or created. It just exists, right? So that's how it is. So we say also that God is not created or destroyed. He just exists. He's there everywhere, and God itself is the word that describes the function of that energy. G standing for generation, O for organization, and D for destruction of whatever is not needed. So that is the spirituality part. And then meditation is mind, attention, made of 2 words again, mind, attention. Wherever we are putting our mind's attention, we are meditating on that. Okay, so if we are thinking of something negative, then we are meditating on that negativity, and we will manifest that. And if we are meditating on something positive, then we are meditating on we are raising our energy. So positivity always raises our energy, and negativity reduces our energy. And we are that energy. And if we are the energy, then what is this body? We use this body. We are living in this body. We have 5 bodies that we use in this universe to have the humanly experience. And these 5 bodies, as you know, are physical body, the first body that you see, physical body made of food. Second body, breath body or emotional body. So breath and emotions are connected, interconnected. So whenever you see the breath body, the emotions are automatically connected, or you can also call it as the emotional body. That's the second body. We can control our emotions just by doing pranayam, that is the breathing exercises. And then third is mental body, mind. We all have a mind, mental body. Then, and the job of the mind is to think. That's what the nature of the mind is. Then fourth body is the intellect body. The intellect body is the body where all your memories, it's also called a subconscious mind. And it's a body where all your memories, your past experiences, your fears, your phobias, your habits, everything that you have learned in past, all these past several lives, they are all stored in there. And that is the intellect body. And then the fifth body is the spiritual body, which is the voice of your consciousness, which we all have, which is always directing us or guiding us in the right direction. So we have these 5 bodies that we are using in this universe to have the humanly experience. And as we all know, why we have to take birth is to finish off our karmic debts and obligations towards each other. That's the number 1 reason. Number 2 is, of course, to finish off our unfulfilled desires, to fulfill our unfulfilled desires of the last life. And third is, of course, to get the knowledge, to learn, to grow in our experience, in our energy, so that if we are also vibrating at the highest energy level, then we will be able to go and merge into the God's energy. Now we are the energy, we are a part of that God's energy. As I said, God's energy is the highest frequency energy, which is, you can say, is 100% frequency. But we are all at a lower frequency because we have all these 5 bodies that we are carrying on top of our energy, which we have to provide energy to. So naturally our energy is getting used up in these 5 bodies, and we cannot vibrate at the highest frequency. So we have to eliminate these 5 bodies, and they will get eliminated as we keep on raising our energy. Eliminate means to raise our energy level to the 100% frequency. And when we are able to do that, we will be easily able to merge into the God's energy, which is at the highest 100% frequency. So, so far, any questions? Any confusion? Lisa? Yes. Heart is separate from these 5 bodies, because heart is a emotional. It is actually comes under the emotional level, but we always say that heart is for the emotional. You could say it's an emotional body, but it is not actually. It is. You could say it's kind of a. It is kind of an instrument which we use to connect with our emotions to something. So that is, the heart would come under the emotional body, you could say. Okay. So 5 bodies we use. So in the emotional body also, or in the breath body, with all these 5 bodies, we are creating an aura around us. You all know about the aura. So that is, the aura is the the energy that is around our bodies, the physical body. And since we have 5 bodies, our aura is also among all the 5 bodies. We have that aura. Now the aura is really created by the second body, the emotional body. So the second body aura, in the second body we have, it's also called a prana body. So in this prana body we have chakras. Now what are the chakras? As Lisa had told us earlier, chakras are energy centers. Now if we are the energy and the whole universe is energy, naturally we are drawing energy from the universe and giving out also the energy. So there's always a transmission of energy going on between us and the universe, also between each other, among us, among the whole universe, basically, because everything is made of energy. So there's always a transmission of energy going on with the interaction of different people, different interaction of different things, interaction of different thoughts. Everything is energy. So if there is an interaction of the energies have continuously being interacted, that means there is a transmission of energy from the universe also. So we are drawing the energy from the universe and giving out the energy. And where is so as a result, there are 7 centers that we call energy centers, which are called chakras. And these chakras are the energy centers which help us to transmit this energy. That is, we receive the energy from the universe with those chakras, at these chakras, and then also give out the energy to the universe. And once we receive the energy from the universe, then it is distributed in our different bodies, all 5 bodies. As a result, creating the aura of the body. That's how we create the aura of the body. So that is, we receive the energies from the energies through the energy centers from the universe, and then distribute it among all the organs, all the tissues, all 5 bodies. So that is the chakra. So chakra word itself means a wheel. Chakra. Chakra means a wheel-like formation, a round formation. And energy, you know, is never still. It's not static. It's not in a straight line. It is always vibrating in a circular motion. That is why it's called chakra. Okay, and it is from the point of your body transmitting out and then receiving at that point also. So there are 7 such points in our body, in our main body, along the spinal cord, situated along the spinal cord, and these 7 points are called 7 chakras. These are the 7 main chakras. Now these 7 chakras, they have their own functions, they have their own colors, their own nature. So that's what I'm going to explain. What are these 7 chakras? What are their functions? They have their own colors, their own sounds, which can enhance this chakra energies. So I'm going to explain that. Okay. Any questions so far? Did you understand what the chakras are? So energy centers. Okay, which creates our aura body. Yes, Lisa? I have videos on the YouTube. I'll give you the, you can just go on YouTube and say spirituality by Madhu and it'll come up. So then a lot of my videos will come up. So you can just see spirituality by Madhu. Okay. Okay. So anyway, as I'm going to explain you all the colors and the sounds, you can even write it down if you want, and you can practice them. Okay. So anyway, so we have 7 chakras. So the chakras, as I said, is the energy centers along our spinal cord, 7 of them. Now the first chakra is the Mooladhara chakra, or the root chakra. Root chakra, the first chakra. This is located at the base of our spinal cord, that is in the pelvic area. Okay, so the first chakra is root chakra, located at the base of your spinal cord in the pelvic area. Now the functions of this chakra is, now this is a Mooladhara, means it is, the function is to meet the basic survival needs. So what it does is, it gets the energy from the universe and then distributes it or gives it out to fulfill our survival needs. Now what are our survival needs? Food, clothing or warmth, you can say, food, clothing, shelter, and then protection. These are the 4 survival needs we have. And if this chakra is open, then these 4 survival needs are automatically met in our life. We do not have to struggle to meet these 5 survival needs. So that is the function of this chakra. Yes, so Lisa, you wanted to ask something? Yes, so you have a need for, every human being has a need for the food, clothing or warmth, then also for the shelter and for the protection, right? So yes, so that means that's okay. Yes, so if you don't have, if you are not able to meet these 4 survival needs, that means your chakra is closed, or there is a disturbance in the energy of that chakra, and that needs to be cleansed and opened up. Okay, so then this is the first chakra. Then second, no, I mean sorry, so this is the basic function of this root chakra. Now this chakra located at the base of the spinal cord, so naturally all the organs in that area, that is your intestines, your colon, hips, bone structure, immune system, blood circulation, all these are taken care by this chakra because it's based at that point, and all the organs in that area would be getting the energy from this chakra. Okay, and it is, now let me give you the colors. Now this is red in color. Red in color. Lum is the sound. Lum, lum, lum. So you will see when you say make this sound, you will feel the vibrations in that area. Okay, lum, L-U-M, lum. Lum, L, Larry, okay, lum. Okay, so lum is the sound, red is the color, so wearing red color enhances and opens up this chakra. Having red flowers in your room, or red painting, or red painting a red wall, or even wearing red stones, red clothes, all these things enhances your chakra. Okay, and then this represents the Bhulok, Bhulok, which is the earth lok, and also and it also represents the earth element. Okay, so because everything that we need, the functions that it fulfills is based on the earth. So the earth element is, it represents the earth element, and Bhulok. Bhu is also earth element, earth. Okay, so so this is the first chakra. Any questions? Any confusion? So you understand? Okay. No. Yes, so as I was saying, if they don't have the shell, they are having problem in meeting those 4 basic survival needs, that means that chakra is closed. The energy is disturbed there, and that needs to be opened up, cleansed, opened up, and enhanced. So by doing the meditation that I'm going to teach you today, we will be able to open it. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to open, cleanse the chakra, and then open it and enhance it. So now let's go to the second chakra. The second chakra is also called Swadhisthana chakra or sacral chakra. This is just above the pelvic area. So this is between the root chakra and your navel, in the lower abdomen area. It's located there. Okay, so lower abdomen area. This meets the, it takes care of all your sexual and reproductive organs and urinary tract. It is all about your sexual desires and your emotional expressions. So after the human being's basic survival needs are met, then the next step that the person wants is of course, the emotional expression and the sexual desires to be met. So this is what the needs are fulfilled by this chakra. The energy in this chakra will fulfill those needs, and any problem in the reproductive organs or your urinary tract or in sexual organs, that means there's a disturbance of the energy in that chakra. Orange is the color of light here, orange color light. Vam is the sound. Vam, 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 V-U-M, vam. Okay, vam is the sound representing Bhuval Lok and water element. Now you know, in our reproductive system organ and also in our urinary tract, everything is water, right? So, and even in our sexual organs. So it's a water element there. Element, earth element. Earth, where we live on, E-A-R-T-H. Lisa, write it down. Earth. Yes. I'm sorry. My pronunciation. No, that's fine. So earth element. Next is the water element. So as I said, orange is the color. So anytime you want to open up its energy, enhance the energy, you can wear orange color or have orange color things around you. So you draw energy from the orange color to enhance and open up this chakra. Okay? And you can use the Vam sound as a mantra to open up when doing the meditation also. Third chakra is the solar plexus. Now this is third chakra. It's also called Manipur chakra or solar plexus. This is right above, between the navel and the heart. Now this chakra fulfills the needs. The function is to fulfill the needs of, once you have all your sexual and your basic needs met, then the person wants to be known. So this is for identification, self-empowerment, integrity. So that means name, fame, money, position, power. All these things are met by this chakra. So if this chakra is open, you will automatically attract all these needs to yourself. Yellow is the color of light. As I said, solar plexus. So solar is yellow. Yellow like sun. You will shine like a sun if this chakra is open. And yellow is the color of light here. Ram is the sound. R-U-M, Ram. Ram, Ram, Ram. Ram is the sound. Swarglok. Swa is the lok. Swarglok. Swarglok means heaven. So if you have all the name, fame, money, position, and you have all the other things met, you are in Raikana, heaven. That's what the heaven is, right? So this represents heaven or Swarglok, and represents the fire element. Fire element. And all the digestive organs in this area, your stomach, your pancreas, your liver, spleen, gallbladder, all these digestive organs get the energy from this chakra. So that means that all these digestive organs, if there's any problem in any of these organs, it means the disturbance of energy in the solar plexus or Manipur chakra. Any questions? Fourth chakra is the heart chakra, right above the Manipur chakra, right above the solar plexus. Between, this is where the heart area is. Takes care of heart and lungs, heart arteries, breasts. This energy center is is pink and green in color. Pink and green in color. And once you have the you have all your physical needs or material needs also met, name, fame, power, then you want to include others. So that means you become more and more compassionate to the others. So this chakra means that compassion and love and forgiveness. This is what it represents. So if this chakra is open, you become more and more compassionate, more and more loving, more and more giving and receiving and forgiving. So this chakra is green and pink. Green is for forgiveness and acceptance. Pink is for compassion and unconditional love. And as I told you, all the organs in this area, heart, lungs, breasts, heart arteries, blood circulation, all these are taken care by this energy center chakra. The sound here is yum. Y-U-M. Yum. 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 Pink and green are the colors, as I said. And also, as I said, represents the air element. Lungs full of air, air elements. Hi, Jerome. So, this is the fourth chakra, heart chakra. It's called, or it's also called Anahat chakra. Anahat chakra. It also represents Meherlok, and air element. So this is the fourth chakra. Then fifth chakra is the known as throat chakra or Vishuddhi chakra or throat chakra. This is in the throat area. Blue is the color of light here. Blue color light, the energy center, the energy in this area when enhanced takes care of all the organs in this area, that is throat, ears, eyes, nose, mouth, throat, neck, face. All these organs are taken care by this chakra, throat chakra or Vishuddhi chakra it's also called. It represents the freedom of expression, speaking, expression and communication. So if this chakra is open, you are able to freely communicate, express your thoughts, and you don't have a fear of speech, like stage fright also. You can go and speak on the stage among thousands of people without any fear. Okay, so that means that chakra is open. And so if you have like a thyroid, which is a throat related disease, that means your chakra energy is closed or is disturbed. So you need to open up that chakra and cleanse it and enhance the energy. Okay, so now this is, yes, so the space is the element, space is the element. Janlok, and as I said, blue is the color, and hum is the sound. Hum. Yes, hum is the sound. Okay, so this is the fifth chakra. Sixth chakra is the third eye, in the middle of your forehead. It's also called Agna chakra or Agya chakra. Now this is the third eye. As you know, when it opens up, what happens? This is the seat of your mind, self-awareness, intuition and psychic abilities, different powers, self-awareness and consciousness raises your consciousness. This is again, as I said, is the seat of your mind, so the mind also comes in control here. Also, The light here is violet color light, taking care of all the organs in this area: nervous system, brain, your pineal and pituitary glands. All these organs are taken care by this chakra. Also Tapalok, and so there is all the elements are finished, but it is also known as Guru Tattva. Guru element is there. That means you start getting the knowledge. So the knowledge starts coming, you start becoming more and more aware, not only about yourself but about your surroundings too. So awareness, consciousness and awareness increases, and Guru Tattva is there. And then, as I said, Guru Tattva and yes, Tapalok. Violet is the color and Om is the sound. Om. Okay, and this gives you the intuitive psychic abilities, makes you more and more self-aware about your own weaknesses or about your own vices, so that you can improve yourself and get rid of them. That's the 6th chakra. And then the 7th chakra, crown chakra, on the top of your head. Crown chakra, golden to white light. It's a point of your understanding and wisdom, opening up your connection to the universe. So the knowledge from the universe starts flowing in, and you become connected to the universe. Golden to white light, lot of light, and of course there is no more vices, nothing. You are absolutely purified and cleansed. And then that means our vibrations also are now starting to rise up to 100%. And then it's called Satyalok and Shiv Tattva. Golden to white light, and Om is again the sound. Om. So this is at the throat level. Yes. So I was just going to explain that after the throat chakra, the Vishuddhi chakra, all the vices finishes. So if you still have a vice, the energy won't rise up. Vices mean your anger, your greed, jealousy, all the negative things that we are holding, those things all finish up here. And then only the energy rises up to the third eye to be able to open the eye. And when it starts opening up, then it is going to a divine, it is connecting to the divinity, the divine energy. So that is why Om is the sound that is vibrating in the whole universe. And it's a universal sound with the highest vibrational frequency. And as I told you guys, that the first manifestation in the physical form of the God's energy is the white light. And the second manifestation is the sound, which is the Om. Om is the second highest vibrational frequency sound in the universe. So that means it is the second, you could say second to the light, but it is in the sound, it is the highest vibrational frequency sound. And everything comes and encompasses under the Om. Okay? So Om is the sound, again, golden to white light, because it's golden and then it starts becoming golden, and as it rises more and more and more up, the golden automatically becomes white. So that's the 7 chakras. These are the energy centers. They help us to lead a more happier, healthier and a more fulfilled life. If we are able to open up all these chakras, we will be able to raise our energy and heal ourselves, cleanse ourselves, and able to vibrate at the highest frequency, and eventually go and merge into the God's frequency, which is become God ourselves. Any questions? Yes, please. So the universe, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you cleanse and you heal. You raise your heal, cleanse, and you raise your energy to be able to go and merge into the God's energy, which is vibrating at the highest frequency of 100%. Yes. Yes, please. So we are going to be doing the meditation. I'm going to be teaching you, and as we do the meditation on these chakras, that will help to cleanse and heal the chakra energies, and also to open up these chakras. So that's what I'm going to be teaching you next. Okay. Yeah. So any other questions by anybody? Please, you can open up your mics and ask me the questions. Any question, any confusion? Everybody understood everything? Simple enough? Yes? No confusion today, right, Pankaj ji? Yes. So we will be doing the, if you have no questions, we can start the meditation then. But if you have any questions, now is the time to ask, please. पंकज जी आपको समझ आ गया सब? Yes, yes. I tried to explain it as simple as possible. Okay. And I did not bring in too much of science, but everything is scientific. They say that the science is the spirituality discovered or revealed, and spirituality is the science yet to be revealed or discovered. So everything is science, or you can say everything is spirituality. So if you have no questions, then we can start on the meditation. I'm going to take you into the meditation, lead you into the meditation. You guys can now sit straight. So no more papers and pens. Please put them away.